Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you are joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are close to 3,000 subscribers. I'm still trying to get there. It takes nothing. It costs you nothing to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are a regular, if you're a regular person who listens to the pod or watches the pod in the morning, then make sure you hit that notifications bell as well, and you'll know when I usually pop on. It's usually somewhere around 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, depending on what's going on that day. You know, it's interesting, right? A long time ago, I had to come to grips with the fact that I'm not a former NFL player. Years ago. Like, I'm a journalist. I went to journalism school. Proud to be a journalist. I'm an analyst. I evaluate, especially in the realm of football and basketball. I evaluate, I analyze, I give opinions. And the one thing that I know is, yes, I played in college. Yes, I played in high school. Yes, I coached the game. Yes, I've coached in college, coached in high school. But I've never done anything on the professional level. And so when people lob a criticism at me that, A, you've never done this at this level, I go, you're right. And then I go, okay, but is my point valid? Did what I say make sense? Because it's okay to tell somebody, oh, you don't know what you're talking about because you didn't play at this level, if the only way to know it is to have played at that level. It's also fair game that if I say something stupid, if I say something that doesn't make sense, then I open myself up to someone saying, oh, you don't understand the game. You've never played at this level. Even if that's low-hanging fruit, I open myself up to that. If I say something stupid, if I say something that doesn't make sense, my natural inclination is not to say, and someone calls me out on it, excuse me. My natural inclination is not to go, oh, why are you attacking me because I didn't play in the league? Why are you trying to say that my point's not valid because I did not play in the league? My thing is to say, okay, why would they say that? Oh, it's because I made a stupid statement. You know what? You're right. I didn't play in the league. And I did not really fully explain myself. So let me expound on what I said that you may have thought was stupid. Let's have a dialogue. Not let me turn myself into a victim. See, earlier on, I think in the week, I talked about the gentleman who had posted about Mina Kimes being bad at color commentary, and how I thought that was a good thing for equality. Because if you're not going to criticize Mina Kimes when she's bad at her job, then essentially you give her license to never get better. And she doesn't need you to take up for her. She's a big girl. So if Chris Collinsworth has to get criticized, and he's been doing he's been doing color for God knows how many years. When Booger McFarland did color commentary, he got slaughtered. People weren't coming to his defense. So now Mina Kimes is here. She's doing color. There's no reason to come to her defense because somebody said that she was terrible at her job. They didn't say that she doesn't belong in color commentary, that it's a man's world. They didn't do any of that stuff. They didn't make it about sex at all. They simply was harsh. They were harsh and they were critical. And Mina Kimes came back and said, hey, I just started doing this. I got a great team around me. I hope to get better. You enjoy the season. I thought that was a perfect way to handle it. But if you think in there, I've only been doing this a little while, like I'm new to this. It's almost as if it's like, hey, give me a break. But we're not here for breaks. We're not here for giving breaks. We should be, but we're not. You know why? Because Mina Kimes is not here for giving breaks to players. When she evaluates players, because that's her job, right? As an analyst, as an evaluator, when she says a player is bad, it has weight. It sticks. She's got the big 4-letter network behind her. When she criticizes players, it sticks. They can't go, hey, I'm new to this. They got to eat it. They've got to get better so that there's not a next time. So on Twitter not too long ago, a couple days ago, this analyst, I don't really know what his job is. He's got there's a lot of different public online publications that are on his Twitter handle. I don't really know what he does, to be honest with you. I don't really respect him that much because everything he says is like a hot take, and I'm always leery of people who always have something hot to say. Like, it's never just praise. It's always let's talk or hype up the negative stuff. I don't really get down with people like that. So he saw a video, a clip of Julio Jones running a route on a one-on-one that my man Teron Davenport had posted on his Twitter handle. It's one route. The defensive back from Tennessee plays it well. It's a bad throw by the quarterback, and Julio Jones loses his footing. So between all three of those things happening, this man says he looks washed. He made that assumption off one video, or at least that's the way it looks. Oh, he looks washed. Well, why would you say that, right? Why would you say that? If you believe he looks washed, you're going to have to give me more than one play, especially when you consider what happened in the play. If he looks washed, you're going to have to tell me more. You're going to have to give me more. You're going to have to be able to elaborate more. He did none of those things. And so as a result, someone else came on and said, this is what happens when you've never played in the league. Now, what he really should have said is, this is what happens when you don't know football, right? This is what happens when you don't know football. Not this is what happens when you've never played in the league, because it's not that it's wrong, because in a certain extent we know what they're saying. To a certain extent, they're saying, hey, if you had played in the league, you know that this one rep does not define you, and that the defensive back is going to win sometimes, and that the quarterback is going to throw a bad pass sometimes, And then sometimes you're going to fall down or you're going to lose your footing. This just happened to be a convergence of all three, so it looked really bad. When that was said, he never went back. The guy who said the comment about Julio Jones never went back to clarify his statement. For the rest of the night, he spent his time trying to call the guy out for saying that he never played in the league, so he doesn't know football. That's turning yourself into the victim. That's trying to make people feel bad for you. That's running a narrative that is counterintuitive to your point. And the reason you do that, the reason you deflect blame, the reason that you take the focus off of your statement and put it on this other bull is because you know that what you said was either stupid or it wasn't well thought out. It was either stupid or it doesn't have merit. And instead of just saying, hey, my bad, this is what I meant, instead of saying, hey, my bad, this is what I'm talking about, you choose to go to victim. And too many people in this space who claim to be journalists, evaluators, media personalities are too busy trying to get sympathy as opposed to just trying to put out the best work that they possibly can put out and let it stand on its own. I'm not interested in people who want to feel bad for me. I'm not interested in people who want to try to trauma bond. I'm not here for people to feel bad about the fact that, so many years into the game, I am still working my way up this ladder. I have been in journalism for over 20 years. I don't feel bad. I'm not looking for people to feel bad for me. I don't feel bad I don't want other people to feel bad when these people get jobs that they're not qualified for, and then these other people, like myself and others that I know, don't get those jobs. We just keep working. Playing the victim is the lame's way. Playing the victim is the lame's way. And I've got no time to be lame. And every time I see journalists or media personalities on social media, whenever they are criticized, when they do so much criticism, that's the ironic part about this. He was criticizing a player, and then when he was criticized, immediately became a victim. Just think about that. The audacity to want to criticize without anybody questioning what you do. The opportunity to criticize people should always come with the opportunity to be criticized. If I say this person is trash, then I have to accept the fact that somebody out there thinks that I'm trash as well. If I say that this person needs to get better at their craft, then I have to be okay with the fact that somebody might believe that I need to get better at my craft as well. We can't be mutually exclusive. An evaluator has to be as good as he's willing to be evaluated. An evaluator has to be as good as she's willing to be criticized. And if she or he or they or them or it does not matter, you should not be absolved from criticism. And you certainly should not play the victim in the face of it. What you should do is take a step back before you respond, evaluate if what you said had merit, and if you believe in what you said, stand on it and go, this is what I believe. I don't care if you criticize me about it. I don't care what you say, and we'll respect it. Hey, you know what? That person said something that I thought was stupid, but they stand by it. So be it. But playing the victim is never going to be received well, because playing the victim is the coward's way out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. You do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree, but whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Today, if you're in the Savannah area, my Savannah top 25 football players in the area will begin to drop this morning, 9 o'clock. It's supposed to be at 8 o'clock. It's going to be 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock this morning, you will get 25 to 21. And then throughout the morning, through into the afternoon, leading all the way up to my number one player in the city of Savannah. You're not going to want to miss it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Coach Gene Clemens on YouTube. You know what the vibes are. Until next time, happy game day.